Hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be balancing my Moza Air with my A6300 and 18-35 1.8 Sigma art lens. A lot of people that want to buy this gimbal, they're worried about the weight capacity. It has a good weight capacity. I think with the update it's at 5 kilograms, which is probably about 11 pounds, so that's a lot of weight. Here's my setup. Here's my A6300 and also my 18-35. What I have it in a small rig cage. The reason why I use a small rig cage is because when you set it up, the lens will be, if you didn't have the cage, the lens will be sitting on the platform for the gimbal. So I use the cage to lift it up and also add some weight. And also you can add some more counterweights onto it if you want to balance it out a little bit more, makes it a little bit easier. Makes your rig a little bit more heavier, but it'll make it easier to balance. So what I'm gonna do first I'm gonna put my batteries in, nice and charged. This is the positive side, negative side. Place those in. Also, as you can tell, this is my usual setup for this rig. I have my Atomos Ninja 2, and I'm not going to hook it up with this balance because it takes a little bit more to balance it with a lot more wires hanging out. I also have my Rode microphone, which if you're a videographer and you need something good, reliable, and cheap and affordable, this is the best mic to get. Also, I have a clamp for my phone. I always have an extra phone with me. This is my iPhone SE. You know, it's the cheaper phone, but it does all the things that, you know, the iPhone 6, 7, 8 does when it comes to doing your media. Okay, I have the batteries in now, so what I'm going to do is place the platform and the gimbal on top, which is screwing it. You just have to screw it in. All right, I have the controls facing you, so what I'm going to do is turn it around so it can be facing me. Oh, another thing about setting it up, you can either do it on a tripod, or what I suggest you do is buy one of these tabletop tripods. You can put it on the bottom. When you use your gimbal, you can just fold it up. It makes the gimbal a little bit longer so you have a little bit more reach. And it's also good to just put your gimbal down so you don't have to, you know, find a tripod to put it on. You already have it on there. When I first balanced my camera, I'm probably gonna have to stand up a little bit for this. When you first balance the camera, what you would want to do is place the camera onto the tray, and also remember to put this lens holder. It will hold your lens in place if your lens is too big or too heavy. You want to get it to the right. You want to get it to the right height before you put the camera on. This will be about right. Let me let it down just a little bit. Okay, what I do is find the correct hole in my cage and tighten it on there. The first thing you want to balance is this axis right here. What you want to do is hold the gimbal, make sure no other axis is moving, and it's leaning forward just a little bit. And you want to get it to the point where it's not moving any when you let go. Just like that. Next is going to be this angle. Oh, and before you move over on to any other balancing points, what you want to do is tighten it down. And sometimes when you tighten it down, it'll change your balance points out, but it kept it right there. So it's leaning a little bit to that way. So let me push this in Wow, that was quick. One other thing, remember, just have everything that you're going to be using for the camera. Just have it already hooked up. The next balancing point will be this one, and it's already balanced. The last one, it's kind of iffy sometimes, and usually if your gimbal's not spinning around, it's kind of balanced. So what you want to do is lean it over, and any type of movement that it does, you want to counteract that movement. So this is sitting kind of pretty, so it's balanced. It didn't take that long, took less than 5 minutes. So let me power this puppy on. What I usually use, I use my iPhone to calibrate and balance the gimbal. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the Thumbstick Controller. The Thumbstick Controller, when I bought mine, it didn't come with a Thumbstick Controller. I had to buy that separately. So I suggest if you buy a Moza Air, get the Thumbstick Controller. Everything's updated on there, so it shouldn't be no problem. Let me move it back in place so I can turn it on and pair it up with the Thumbstick Controller. What I'm going to do is I am going to show you how I turn on the controller. What you do is press this little red button right here. I do a long press and it's on. So I'm going to turn on my Moza Air. First thing you want to do is you want to go to your options, hold down the options, go to pair. It's saying pairing. All right, I turned it back on and turned it off, so it's paired up now. So what I like about this is you have all the controls that you need right there on the thumbstick, so you won't have to use your phone, or you don't have to hook it up to a computer. And what you do to get through these menus, just click option, and you can change the mode to roll yawn, yawn, pitch, pinch yawn, all lock. What I usually do is I just lock the pitch and yawn, and I can get smooth footage out of that. The neat feature that I like for this is, let me go back into the menu, go to options, to motion control. Motion control is you can use the controller to control the gimbal. I don't think there's any other gimbal out there like this. So this is cool. So all you music video creators, I think this is the best bet for you. All right, let me turn it off. Turn it off, you just press back and you'll go back to the menu. Also, you can calibrate it from here. And with this one, you have to always turn the motor off before you calibrate. Calibration success. Go back over. Hold down the option again. Turn the motor right back on. Ooh, setup error. Well, I don't know what that is yet, but I'll get back to you on it. So I think if you're a creator trying to save a little bit of money, the Moza Air is probably your best bet in a stabilizer, because one thing about the stabilizer to me, I think it can take a lot of weight. It comes with the handles already, which a lot of them don't. You can take the handles off and you can just use it like a wand or with just one hand. Also, you have the Thumbstick Controller, which, you know, makes the control a lot better. And for the price point, you can't beat it. And if you're a still photographer and you like doing time lapses, it has a time lapse function. So I think it's the best bang for its buck in its price point. So let me put this up a little bit. And another thing, it's so light, it's so small that moving it is not a hassle. Put it down here. In conclusion, the Moza Air, best budget gimbal out there. The batteries last for a long time. They claim up to 12 hours, but you won't be using a gimbal for 12 hours. Your back going to be killing you. And also, with all the different features, it's giving all these other gimbals a run for their money. So if you're looking for a gimbal, I know they got some good ones out there like the Crane, DJIs, and I'm a DJI user because I'm using the Osmo to, right here, I'm using the Osmo. I'm always into saving, always getting the best value for the equipment I buy, and I think it's the best value. So if you're checking one out, I think you should pull the trigger and buy it. Thank you for watching my video. If you like. If you don't like, dislike, tell me what I need to do better. If you have a chance, subscribe. Check out some more of my content, and I'll talk to you later.